provide you continually and satisfy your soul in drought and strengthen your bones. You shall be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose water do not fail. Did you know, my brothers and sisters, that God said he shall supply all your needs? Philippians 4:19 makes it plain. And it says, and my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches in glory by Jesus Christ. God can supply all your needs, brothers and sisters. He can mend a broken heart. He can restore sight. He can unstop the deaf ear. God is able, and he is willing if we are willing to obey. Did you know he goes before you? Deuteronomy 31:8 says, and the Lord, he is the one who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Be strong. Joshua 1:9 says to be strong and of good courage. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. But live. Psalm 118:17 says, I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. My brothers and sisters, on this Friday, as you are preparing to go or are already out there in your car or just listening, God loves you. Love someone. Let somebody know that you are not afraid to love. Let somebody know that the love of Christ abides in you, and you are not afraid to share such vivid love, because the God that we serve, it's all about love. Remember, my brothers and sisters, there's a way out of your mess, and it's JESUS.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Rome, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
Open phones this morning for whatever's on your mind, whatever you're thinking about. 865-457-1380. Good morning, WYSH. Ask Your Neighbor.
Yeah, Ron, it's me again.
Hello, Pat.
Hey, I'm surprised, really, that we hadn't heard anything about this on any of the news channels or anything else, but when things start affecting your pocketbook, it gets on my nerves. And this is the first time I reckon my wife's ever been on the radio show. But I'm gonna let her explain to you what's going on.
Okay.
And I hope everybody out there has a nice day. Cherry, pick it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a diabetic.
Yeah.
And I get my diabetic supplies through Medicare.
Okay.
And I've been about a week trying to get it to go through Medicare. And I was told yesterday that their system was down and they couldn't process nothing. So when I called Medicare has been under a cyber attack for over a week.
Oh, my.
And they told me that over 30 million pharmacies has been affected by this. They cannot process anything through Medicare. And they don't know when they're going to get it cleared.
Oh, my.
And so that means there's a heck of a lot of diabetic people that gets their diabetic supplies through Medicare that's going to be affected by this.
Yeah.
And I've called, like, all of our representatives that I could get a hold of. I've called WBIR News yesterday and left a message. I've called Fox News in New York, and nobody's got back in touch with me yet. But the pharmacy that I deal with, they offered to let me have a box of 50 strips for $100.
Oh, my.
And I test 3 times a day, so that's like 50 strips is like 2 weeks' supply.
Yeah.
So that would mean for a month's supply, I would have to pay over $200.
Yes.
And so I went online and found them cheaper, but I'm able to afford this, but there's a lot of people out there that won't be able to afford paying for their own testing supplies.
And they didn't have any idea when they were going to get it back up and running. And nobody in the news has said anything about this, have they?
No. I mean, when my pharmacy told me that yesterday, I couldn't believe them. And I called, that's why and they told me, they said, go ahead and call Medicare. So I called Medicare, and I was absolutely shocked. Of course, I can understand the government maybe don't want this out, spread all over the news. And I can also understand the government's not going to pay probably the demand that's been, asked for. But what if it had been Social Security?
Oh, my.
Just that's what come to my mind. You talk about panic. If that happened through the Social Security and people couldn't get their money, they would be panicked in this country.
I agree.
And so, I don't know what the how to resolve it and all that, but as I say, I just, like I told the representatives that I talked to yesterday, I feel like the public needs to know this. Because, first of all, a lot of people will need to prepare for this if they can't afford them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm thankful that I'm blessed that I could afford to go ahead and buy at least, I've got probably about 2 months supply coming. But a lot of people is not going to be able to afford that. And so, I just felt like that the public needs to know this. So.
Well, thank you for letting us know. That's, it's crazy.
It is. I just couldn't believe when I was told that, and to think that 30 million pharmacies across the United States is affected by this.
Yeah, and I just can't believe that it's that many pharmacies and people, and we haven't heard anything on the news.
Yeah, that's what surprised me, because when my pharmacist told me that yesterday, I thought, this is just, excuse for not being able to get it processed or whatever,
Yeah.
And then when I called Medicare, and that's what they told me, I was just speechless. Because I thought, well, why hasn't this come out on the news? That's just another way of the government hiding things from the people.
I guess so. That's crazy. All right. Well, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. I was looking for information. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services are continuing to monitor and assess the impact that the cyber attack on United Healthcare Group subsidy Change Healthcare has had on all providers and supplier types. Today, CMS which is the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, is announcing that in addition to considering applications for accelerated payments for Medicare Part A providers, they will also be considering applications for advance payment for Part B suppliers. Over the last few days, they've continued to meet health plans. It doesn't say anything about how it happened. Wow. Anybody else running into that? 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005.
The green flag drops on the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix.
One car has gone sideways and Keselowski is stopped on the track. Chase Briscoe loops it. 15 cars get by him. Kyle Larson spins right in front of him. Cars start to avoid him as he gets back underway.
It's the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix from Circuit of the Americas. Sunday, March 24th at 2:30.
Hi, folks. Greg, your friendly garden guy here at Willow Ridge Garden Center. When something is worthy of attention, we call it remarkable. Our new shipment of West Coast-grown conifers and Japanese maples is truly remarkable. Weeping and dwarf evergreen cypress, spruce, and pines colored gold, blue, or emerald with striking textures. Or the burgundy and red lacy foliage of our wide selection of Japanese maples will make your landscape remarkable. Willow Ridge Garden Center. Get your hands dirty. It's good for you.
Hey, friends, it's Cougar from Rusty Wallace Nissan. It's March, so let the madness begin. You won't get your bracket busted when you score one of these deals. 2023 Rogues from $24.9 or just $359 a month. 23 Kicks versus or Sentras, you pick from just $19.9 or $249 a month. And we made a special purchase of 23 Armadas and Pathfinders at $10,000 off original new MSRP. So come on over to Clinton Highway or shop in those big orange basketball socks at RustyWallaceNissan.com.
Did you know that a lot of contractors are hiring people from out of town with no guarantee of their qualifications? Are you tired of going through temp services and getting unskilled labor? Keep jobs local and keep money in-state. Partner with Local 102 for all your mechanical job needs. Skilled labor that's always improving with state-of-the-art training. Let Local 102 be the job source for the best in plumbing, pipe fitting, welding, and HVAC. Visit ualocal102.org to learn more about Local 102. Your goals equal our goals.
All right, guys, 2 minutes, 120 seconds. I'm going to put you on the radio, on the phone, or I'm going to wrap things up. So, fair warning, here we go. You got anything to add, anything to ask, anything that you'd like to share? Now's the time.
Happy New Year from Hammers. Get this year started off right with new bargains from Hammers. Since 1952, Hammers has been bringing low prices and incredible deals to East Tennessee. The Hammers family will continue to make sure that our stores provide the same everyday low prices from your favorite brands in clothing and home goods in 2024. We want our customers, old and new, to have the same great shopping experience as in the good old days. Come on out and check out our famous brands like Carhartt, Wrangler, Columbia, Simply Southern, and many of the latest ladies' boutique brands at Hammers' low prices. Redecorating in the new year? Come on out and shop our great selection of area rugs and home decor. So before you shop online, come and shop with Hammers, Clint, Sevierville, Halls, New Tazewell, and Wartburg. A hometown retailer that supports the community you live in. Open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday. Don't forget to check out our Hammers Instagram and Facebook. And remember, if you miss a day at Hammers, you'll miss a bargain.
To Hammers, you should see us now.
Dog parents are loving Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend Premium Dog Food.
The way she acts and the way she moves, it's just so much better. And she's like a puppy again. It's unbelievable.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a freeze-dried raw food made with 0 artificial preservatives, so it's naturally shelf-stable with no mess, freezer, or fridge required. Plus, it's full of premium turkey, beef, salmon, and meat your dog will love.
We started with Nature's Blend. She's happy. She sleeps well. She's energetic. I am just delighted with this product.
When given the choice, Nature's Blend and Amazon's #1 bestseller in dry dog food, 29 out of 30 dogs chose Nature's Blend first.
I'm so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of delicious beef liver treats. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511. Text GOOD to 511-511. All pets are unique. Your pet's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply. Studies available upon request.
All right, let's see if we got somebody on the phone here. Good morning, WYSH. Ask your neighbor. Hi.
Good morning to you, Mr. Meredith.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey, not much. Just listening to you on the radio.
You won the birthday club this morning.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, hot dog. What did I win?
The gift certificate from Millborn Bakery down in Oak Ridge, 1968 Oak Ridge Turnpike. $20 worth of free cookies, cinnamon rolls, caramel pecans, all kinds of stuff, whatever you want.
Oh, my goodness.
So got to get it in 2 weeks, so come pick it up.
I'm going to come by and get it, even though when I made my doctor's appointment this week, it was because my blood sugar level was really high.
I ain't helping you much with that, am I?
That wouldn't be helping me a whole lot.
Yeah.
I can nibble a little bit.
Nibble here and there. Well, they also make breads and stuff too. They don't have to. It doesn't have to all be sweet.
Well, I'm a breadhead on top of that too. Is it on the turnpike? You say
1968 Oak Ridge Turnpike.
Oh well, good deal then. I know I was listening to the lady talking about Medicare, Medicaid, or whatever, getting under this cyber attack, and they've not figured out she can't get her medicine and stuff there. But what puzzles me is that they're still running over 100 commercials trying to get everybody to join every day.
Yeah, really.
I mean, why would you want to? At this point.
No kidding.
And then I thought I heard you read I don't know where that come from. That was through Medicare or whatever, but you said that they were still meeting all their demands. But
yeah, that's what it said in this article that was put out yesterday, but obviously they're not.
Yeah. Well, you just said that she wasn't able to get her stuff there and didn't know when she could.
Yes.
Hey, Lordy, I'm telling you there. And here they're talking about another potential, if they don't sign another bill there to fund the government, it may shut down in a few days.
I think they got it fixed through, what, September? They got a deal going through September, I think. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. I thought I heard them say something about this weekend. But there's so much garbage on the news anymore.
You never know.
You never know there. You never know there. And then I think I even heard some report there about that bill that John Reagan's supporting there.
Yeah, where we had it on the air where they're calling it dark money. It's obviously lobbyist money and stuff, but they're targeting people that are voting against it or that are standing up and having an opinion against it. They're targeting them really hard. That's
exactly what I heard there.
Well, that's that's why you've got a lot of politicians that are, maybe their constituents aren't for it, but they're afraid not to be for it, lest they get targeted. But at the same time, getting targeted means that they're trying to get you unelected. But the quickest thing to get you unelected is to ignore your constituents,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so if they target you and they say, John is not voting for the voucher bill, and everybody in Anderson County that's not for it says, okay, we'll vote for him then for doing what we say, then he'll be just fine. But, I don't know all the ins and outs of the political going-ons in Nashville, but again, it's pretty simple to me. You go and you represent the people that sent you there, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, but if they don't go along with
yep.
Then they say, well, you're not going to be able to be on this committee anymore.
Yeah, that, and when they bring something to bear, when they bring something in legislation that's good for their district, a lot of times they'll put it off and stuff as retaliation for not supporting a bill that somebody else brought forward, which is stupid, but that's the way it works, isn't it?
It is. It is there. I don't know. Sometimes I wish that would just every political officer that would just wipe the slate clean and let people run again.
Yeah, really.
And see if we couldn't get some better legislation there, better help up there in Washington, D.C.
We need it.
That ain't never going to happen.
No.
They'll be like Pelosi. They'll lay around in there until they're about dead there.
Or Feinstein, who did die.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Sure enough there. But I wanted to ask you on another thing there, getting away from that there. I didn't know. I've not been up early every day the last week or so. If our buddy David Queener has ever got back with any reports there from what's happening with the Optimist Club.
He called in and talked a little bit with Jasper, and they talked a little bit about it. Kind of just died down, but no. And he put his 2 cents in that Weston, if Weston was wanted to be over it, that
he'd have his full support.
Yeah, he'd have his full support. But as far as anything other than that, just acknowledging that they're having some infighting and saying that he'd support Weston, I don't think he hadn't told us anything else.
I know that he said that if that was week before last or whenever it was there, but he said that he hadn't had a chance to speak with Roger Howe because he was out of town.
Okay.
I didn't know if he'd called back since that day.
No, not regarding that. And then as soon as he finds out, I'm sure he'll let us know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Weston, he lives up here in my neck of the woods, up here off of Brushy Valley.
Yeah.
Good guy there, great representative there for Clinton football, but I don't know. I just don't know what's going on with that Optimus outfit there. It used to be all good there. Lord of mercy, I played with them for years. Played against Claxton, went to Sweetwater. We went all kinds of places there, and we had good coaches, and it was ran really well. But I don't know. Times changed, I guess.
Yeah. Well, back when we were young, Optimus was a big, big, big thing.
It was. Sure was.
And it's just kind of, I don't know. There's so many leagues now for all kinds of things. Maybe not so much for football, but like Optimus basketball and stuff like that. I mean, there's AAU ball, there's summer ball, there's all these things that even the schools have these after-school summertime programs that, are actual school programs that go on when there's not school. And then you've got all these other, it's like there was Optimus and there was school, and that was it.
Oh, I know it.
Now there's probably 5 or 10 different things they can choose from.
My grandson right now, he's playing on this elite flag football team there. He had to go to Nashville to try out for it. It cost $1,000. And then they made trips to Texas.
Oh, yeah.
They went to Atlanta. Forget where they went last. It was Nashville last weekend, but they're in Atlanta this weekend. But, I mean, and that's what Miss Hazelhurst was saying about the office stuff. They're not saying anything. They won't let anybody know anything about the money. Where's this money going, and what are we doing with that? It's just a hush-hush deal there. And I think a lot of this travel ball and stuff there, there's a lot of money that's involved in it, too, there. So.
Oh, I'm telling you, James David, that's what AAU is. And I almost didn't let him do it this year because what happens is when I have the boys, if he's got a tournament, if I have them for the weekend, if he's got a tournament, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then if I'm, I got to take him to Rockwood or Chattanooga or wherever, and he plays a game Saturday morning at 8 and wins, and therefore they play Saturday afternoon at 4. It's like, do you want to drive home or do you want to drive all the way back? Do you, so it burns an entire weekend. And I told him, I said, this year you're going to have to make sure you have rides back and forth because, I mean, if we've got something to do, I've got 3 other kids besides him, So it's like there's a lot going on. So it's difficult. I don't see how people do that where they go to Texas and everywhere else.
Well, you don't have any choice, but you have to rent a room and stay.
Well, I know, but I mean, heck, fire! Just driving to Texas and back over a weekend. Who can take off work and do that? I can't.
My son, he wasn't able to do it there, but we all pitched in there and bought him a plane ticket. Him and his 3 of his other buddies that played on the team, they flew into Texas there, and the coach met them there and got them to their rooms and stuff there. Everybody else couldn't take off work or do nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's hard. I love that the kids are committed to it and they love to play, but man, it's a bunch of money and it's hard. It really is hard. I hope when they grow up, they realize the sacrifice and commitment parents have to make to do that stuff. I guess they will when their kids do it.
Well, I only had one there, and I'd done it for, I don't know how many years, Ron, ever springtime, summertime, and that's what it was all about, travel baseball everywhere.
I get it. I
wouldn't trade it for anything.
No, I get you, buddy. Absolutely.
A lot of fun there, but anyway, if David's listening, maybe he'll call in here in a little while there. It looks like we're going to have a little rain moving in here a little bit later, but I stayed up and watched, I don't know whether James David and you did or not, stayed up and watched the Vols whoop up on St. Peter's last night.
I didn't. I'll bet he did, depending on what time. What time was it on?
It didn't come on till 9:20.
He probably stayed up and watched it. I haven't talked to him this morning.
Zakai Ziegler, his brother, actually was playing on the other team now. So now then they won and Texas won, and it'll be Tennessee versus Texas, which is Rick Barnes' old stomping grounds for 20 years.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun. Saturday evening sometime.
All right, pal.
All righty, Ron. Have a good weekend, buddy. Make the most out of it, even if it is raining a little.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's Jasper.
I tell him I said thank you, and thank you, Ron, and I'll try to get up by there here for a while.
All right, pal. See you later.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ask your neighbor. Good morning.
What's going on, buddy?
What are you doing, David Queener?
I'm not doing a lot. Hey, first of all, I want to say congratulations. I meant to do this the other day, and I failed to do so. I want to say congratulations to Kelly Johnson being named East Tennessee Director of the Year.
Absolutely.
So, I want to say congratulations to her. Well-deserved, and we're fortunate to have her at Clinton City Schools. So I'll start with that.
Absolutely.
To answer Mike's questions, I have talked to Roger, and I just say, hold on, there'll be some things probably happen maybe in the next couple of weeks, and I'll leave it at that for right now.
Gotcha. That's good enough.
There is some things going on. Roger did meet with me, but there is some things going on, and the wheels are turning. So I'll not say too much more now. I won't run anything.
Good deal. Well, good. I'm glad the wheels are turning. That's good news.
They're turning.
All right.
So we'll leave it at that. But I just want to say congratulations to Kelly Johnson. That well-deserved, and we're fortunate to have her.
Yes,
buddy.
We are, buddy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. See you, buddy.
Did you stay up and watch the basketball game?
I went to bed right there at the third, I guess, a little bit after halftime, so I knew that they was running away with it. I went to bed about 11.
Okay. And so, how do we stack up against Texas?
It's going to be a tight game. I think that it'll be decided by at least 4 points.
Okay. And when is that? Saturday night?
Saturday night, 8:00.
See, James David's got tournaments this weekend, and let me see. I believe he plays at 2 on Saturday, so we should be finished by then. Well, I don't know. I hate these tournaments. I mean, I like them. I like that he plays, but you don't know if you're going to play again. You know what I mean? You play on Friday. You don't know when you're going to play Saturday until you win or lose on Friday, and then you get your Friday, and then you don't know if you play again, on Saturday. Then you don't know again if you play until you win or lose on Saturday or Sunday. It's hard to keep up with, you know? Especially for me. You know how well I keep up with things anyway. I can't. And it'd be like, Dad, the game starts in an hour. What game? What are you talking about? What? Anyway. Good morning, WYSH. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor.
Hey, Ron, I forgot to ask you, do we have a new veteran service officer yet?
Jasper says yes. I didn't know that. Jasper, do we?
I believe I read that online just the other day. And I don't know his name off the top of my head.
I'll find out right quick.
Oh, okay. Then, Ron, if you can find out, let us know, and find out where he's from or a little bit about him if you can there. And
yes.
I'd be interested to know.
Yeah, we'll try to reach out to him and bring him on Ask Your Neighbor. I'm sure.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, do that, Jasper.
Leon's always been gracious enough to come up, and he come up and had a little leaving out party for us, I guess, there.
Yeah.
Today's actually his last day.
Yes, sir.
But, all right then, Ron. If you find out something, I'd appreciate it, buddy. I'll be listening.
Thank you, pal. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Okay. Scott who, Brad?
Nation.
Brad says it's Scott. Can you say who, Scott Nation?
I think it said Nation.
Okay. All right. There we go. Well, Jasper, reach out to him. And let's see if we can get him up here on the radio. Okay. Yes, Scott Nation, Brad says. Okay. Where's he from? I don't know. Do I know him? You know him? Jasper, do you know him?
I do not know him.
Okay. All right. But we're going to get to know him because we do a whole lot of stuff with veterans. He's from Oliver Springs, Brad says. Okay, thank you, Brad. Yeah, we if it's going on, whether it's a veterans breakfast, veterans parade, veteran services, we try to stay on top of that and get as much information out as we can. So we'll call him up and introduce ourselves and bring him on the radio and introduce him to you if he will indeed come, and why wouldn't he? He will. Anybody else, call me now. We're done. 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005 if you'd like to join us, if you'd like to jump in and be part of all of what we're doing here today, or ask any questions or answer any questions or just sound off about something. 60 seconds from now, I'll take your call.
As March unfolds with madness, Ray Varner Ford in Clinton is gearing up with a winning lineup and unbeatable savings you can't afford to miss. Hi, I'm Ray Varner, and I'm thrilled to introduce an unstoppable selection of quality pre-owned vehicles that will elevate your drive. Score big on the streets in the 2023 Kia Telluride SX Prestige all-wheel drive 48,920. Make every drive enjoyable in the 2021 Toyota RAV4 Limited Hybrid all-wheel drive 35,950. Need a spacious option? Check out a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica van limited and loaded 22,940. At Ray Varner Ford, we're dedicated to meeting your needs with monthly payments you can afford. Explore modern tech and classic design in the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport Outer Banks, 28,912. Check out this 2022 Ford Maverick XLT low miles, 32,960. Or a 2017 Mazda Miata RF Grand Touring, 22,750. Local you trust? Pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, I-75 exit 122, or shop us online at rayvarnerford.com.
The difference is here. Ray Varner Ford.
All right, guys, have a fantastic day. Stick around, hang around, and we will bring you the best in country music, local news, whatever's going on. If it's going on, you'll find out about it here first.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12. Or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem, call in tomorrow and ask your neighbor. Or email from our website. It's Ask Your Neighbor. Thanks for listening.
Classic Country. Classic Country. WYSH.